Hangout on Airs Live. Okay, awesome.
Great. Cool.
Awesome. Good. I'm going to send the link out, the YouTube link out again, because apparently it didn't work before. So if y'all are looking at the Google Doc, if y'all want to kind of look at some of the questions there and kind of post some answers, you don't have to answer all the questions, but maybe just some things that you're interested in, uh, you can do that.
And let's switch that. There we go. Ooh, Truman's doing a screen share. Sweet. We can see what he's. That'd be great if you guys want to do that, so you can show us. We can kind of see each other's what we're doing with coding.
Okay, I'm going to put this online here again.
Wait, we lost somebody in the switch over
Yeah,
here.
I think he's still in the other um, chat. I don't think he sees that we're in another one now. Okay, now he should be over. See if I can add him. Here, I'm gonna put this in the chat box down here. Okay, try that and see. Maybe that worked. Will, how you doing? I haven't heard you yet, man. Is your mic working? Maybe. Oh, let's see, it's off. I can't hear you. Maybe you can write something in the chat box instead. Sorry, man, I can't hear your mic.
There we go.
Yeah. My mic's not on. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. So if you wanna, cool, great, awesome. Thanks for getting back over. I had some problems with getting things live here. So yeah, if y'all wanna head on over to the Google Doc, if you wanna screen share what you're coding or anything like that, that'd be great. We can look and see and go ahead and post some answers to those questions on there.
Yeah, some of the resources I got, like Code School, Code Academy. What was the other one? What was it? Try R? I think it was Try R or Try Ruby. That's it. Look up something like Try Ruby. Ruby on Rails is a really, I'm gonna say profitable. It's when you make a lot of money writing for Ruby on Rails. So, oh, speaking of, so in, what did I say, the 23rd was it? I think it was, no, not next Monday. It's a couple of Mondays from now. We're going to have a professional coder come, and he's going to come to Atherton. So what we'll do is we'll have a hangout on our side of things, so you all can be a part of it too. And he has a PhD in mechanical engineering, but he has actually been coding, and that's what most of his dissertation was about. It turns out, and he, let's see, has written. He writes with C is where he started. He started writing with C, and so he can do apps. Yeah, he can do apps, right? Because he just finished writing this program for statistical analysis, actually, a cloud-based statistical analysis program. So Josh, like SPSS, but in the cloud, and he wants to start designing it for schools and stuff. So that's why he contacted me. But I answered some questions and said, hey, well, why don't you come talk to our coders? So yeah, he said he'd be happy to. So he'll come and talk about whatever. So if you guys want to start thinking of questions, anything you want to ask someone who has gone through all this education and actually works as a coder now and helps write software for this startup basically that he has. Maybe I think thinking of questions for him. And what's really funny is I don't think any of his degrees are formally in coding or computer programming. I think all of his coding he just picked up through application and on his own, which actually makes a lot of sense and what I think is so great about a lot of these resources we have and this effort in general is that it's something that really can just complement whatever else you're doing because coding is going to be in, I think, all subjects in 10 years. I think everyone who does anything in school will have to learn coding. There we go.
Yeah, we got NetTango coming out too. They've got some people from their web design company that are going to come out. We'll do a Google Hangout with them. They're coming over to Ballard, and y'all can ask them some questions. They are definitely, um, a good resource to kind of get connected with there a little bit. So yeah, they are going to be coming out and just kind of sharing what they do and ways to get involved. So it should be awesome. Really cool. So if you haven't accessed the Google Doc yet, try and, just some general questions about coding, some fun questions too, relating to some software that you may be using or software that you want to be using. Maybe some, I know Atherton has, some, you'll have your own name and stuff, and, but I was thinking something cool between the two of us, between the two schools would be nice. Also some other ways of getting other schools involved, getting other people interested, post comments, talk to each other, share, collaborate, do what you're going to do. There you go.
Mm-hmm. No, this is I'm having some Diet L81 for all the folks out there. It's good stuff.
Yeah, I saw. I was like, it looks like, something from back home. I can't remember the name of it now. Doctor Enough was in a green bottle. So Doctor Enough's really good for those of you who are from Tennessee.
Dr. Enough.
Dr. Enough. It's like super caffeinated sugar water. So if you don't have the opportunity to get some Dr. Enough, you need to go check it out. They bottle it in eastern Tennessee. They don't sell it up here though. Imagine. But you got your late one. I always say it wrong anyway. So
That's right. Hey, so Gina, what have you been working on today? Since you said you started coding about 50 minutes ago, what have you been working on?
I am on Codecademy working on building a resume with absolute positions and relative positions and static positions and margins and stuff.
Wow, great. Well, if you wanna try a screen share there, and we can check in and see if you do it if you want. I don't know if you want to see your code. It's kind of a personal thing.
Yeah, that's cool. Let's see. This.
See, it's on the
yes.
top left versus screen share. Try that.
This is kind of. This isn't much because I just started the lesson, but we're working on classes, and this is what I'm going to be building. I haven't built it yet, but it will look like this, apparently.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Truman, what about you? What did you ever get? I know you were at school trying to download that something. Did you ever get it working at home?
Yeah. Unity? Is that what you're asking about?
Yeah. What was it? What was it?
So,
What was it called again? Sorry, you're breaking up a little bit.
it's called Unity 3D, and
Oh, that's it. Yep.
if you don't know what that is, it's an engine for 3D game development, as well as 2D game development, but mainly 3D, and it's scripted in C# and JavaScript, based off your preference. Yeah, I've got it working here, and done a few tutorials and learning. It's working pretty well.
Truman, make sure you on the Google Doc and put that as add that to any of them in the boxes there, just that resource, because I'm sure people like games and stuff might be into that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, I can't remember if you were doing something with game development or whether you were interested in that. Maybe you could put it in the chat box since your mic isn't working. I can't remember what you were working on the other day, but maybe you could share about that. So is that, you said you're working with Python. Is anybody working with Python? Is anyone working with Python right now?
Do we have anyone? Do we have anyone in our school doing Python right now? I don't think so. It's on. There's on Code Academy though, right? They have a course for it.
Yeah, cool. Well,
I don't know much about Python.
I gotta ask, man, where did you get that crazy hat?
Oh, this is my. I got this hat in Austria actually,
Nice.
and we were studying abroad there, which would have been almost 6 years now.
Still fits. That's a good sign.
Yeah, it was beautiful out there.
That's good.
Yeah, so Josh Truman's adding there on the doc the what he's been using, and it's really cool. I mean, you can, he said it kind of pulls from elements of the languages that we've used, and you can make games like full out games, and publish them. Kids can play them. So that's I understood from what he said. So it's I mean, it's kind of a much bigger undertaking than just doing a course on Code Academy, but it's pretty big. Oops.
Yeah, their website, unity3d.com, has a big list of all the some pretty large games that have been made using their software.
All right, so Daniel, I think you might have to turn your microphone up, but I think you are there. Daniel Prater, how you doing, man?
I am doing okay. Hola.
How you doing, man? That's a cool screen. What is that?
It's from a game called Interstellar Marines. It's been an indie game in development since like 2005, but I've always liked it. since I found it for free, and I eventually paid for it, which was
Nice.
worth it.
Awesome. Very cool. Is it alright? You having a good snow day?
Oh yeah.
Well, we were kind of sharing what people were working on in relation to coding. So, anything you're working on right now? Anything you're interested in?
Not really. I just think I was going for HTML5 if I can remember my username and password for code.
It's the first step, man. First step.
Oh yeah.
It's good.
Well, I want to encourage everyone if this is more of an out that all the resources we talk about in here generally going to be free things, and that's good. But I want to encourage you though, if you want to, especially during the summer, take a more serious role. There's some really great courses you can take for iOS for learning Swift. It's a new iOS coding language, which would just be cool since it's new. I mean, Matt came out with it last year, sometime middle late year. I guess when they came out with the 6s, that's when they came out with Swift, and that's what I think they use now for iOS coding. Now, I'm sure it'd be great if you had some underlying knowledge using C or even HTML, just any coding. But I would encourage you to look at outside sources as well. They can run anywhere from $10 a month to probably $50 a month. But just make sure you research and talk with everybody about like what you see as advantages or disadvantages. Just compare different programs because there are a lot of them that you can pay for that are really effective. And just make sure that if you do pick one that's project-based. I know that when I was looking at different resources, some of them are much more just lecture style, which doesn't really help so much. Some of them, others said, we'll just start you right away with projects. I mean, you just start right away writing something, even if it's as basic as a calculator. But you'll see writing even just a calculator in an iOS app is actually not that hard. It's when you want to get into much more difficult things. So make sure it's project-based, and yeah, just look into other resources. I know that's something I would like to do if we continue this as a school, would be to have school licenses. I know that Code School does that. A lot of their courses, they have code license, school licenses you can buy, so that a lot of kids can take them, and it's not nearly as expensive. So, and maybe we can get joint school code. That would be fantastic. So both Ballard and Atherton could benefit from that. Josh, tell us about that. What you just posted there, 9 to 5 Mac.
Yeah, 9 to 5 Mac is great. But they offer a lot of bundles. So if you're looking for like a sequence of coding classes that kind of teach you about, how to take you from the basic knowledge level to the application of it, those are really good. And I think those are also very project-based as well. So you can go on there and get like really cheap bundles of courses that I think like 80 plus hours of coding resources that you can use. And so it's pretty good. And since you were talking about Swift actually, if you go on iBooks, Swift has the free iBook on there that walks you through the programming language. So if you want to go check that out, I've got it on my my iPhone, but I haven't really looked at it that much. But it is for free. It's Swift programming language. So if you want to go check that out, if you're looking for a leisurely read in your spare time, then go check it out. It's pretty good. Free. It's free, so why not pick it up? And Will, talk about what are you? I have not heard of that, so you might want to walk me through what you're talking about there. I forgot you don't have a mic again. I'm sorry. Or maybe explain in the chat. Yeah, I've never heard of it, but it sounds pretty cool. Is it free? Free resource? I know that if you're looking to learn things via handouts and work assignments, things like that, go on to your man, I'm losing it right now. Your iTunes U University, and you can take classes on there. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Taylor, am I saying that right?
Yeah, no, iTunes University. But
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can EDX. EDX is equally as powerful. I mean, I think they're both about the same.
Okay.
It's just the iTunes U is a little more streamlined, just specific for Apple stuff. But EDX is excellent too.
Great.
Thanks to whoever said they have no idea for coding names.
Hmm?
Has anybody messed around? What is it? What is that little? It's like you can build a computer and you just get like the motherboard. Is it called Ruby? Is that what I'm thinking of?
Ruby's a language.
Oh, what's that? I can't remember the name of it now. It's like you can build a computer and teach you how to code it, but I can't remember the name of it right now. It's like
You mean the physical part or just the software part?
it's called Raspberry. That's what it's called. And I wasn't sure what type of coding language it used. I think it's like a Raspberry Pi or something. Is what it's called. I can't remember exactly. But they're pretty cheap. You get them like for $100 and you can put them together. But I don't know what the coding language was, so I thought that was what that was. But it's not Ruby, so I don't know what Ruby is. I haven't used Ruby before, so. There you go.
We have a few students trying Ruby right now, and it's really different. I'll tell you that. But yeah, there's a nice resources I think I shared, and so there's some free modules for learning to use Ruby.
Sweet. And what was the one you put on there? The one was it Code School? Is that what it was?
Yes, Code School's great. It has a lot of overlap with Code Academy as far as the free courses are usually those basic HTML ones. But Code School has an R. Was it R? Yeah, I think it was R program that you could do too, and I had a few people do that. It's very similar to Code Academy, you know.
Cool. Great.
Okay, Gina said the Raspberry Pi thing reference Python. So maybe Will, maybe that's something you could do with Python.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I've got my Raspberry Pi right here.
Oh.
I think it primarily you can get it with Linux already on it and code Python that way, or yeah, but it's named for Python, so that's where
Okay.
Pi comes.
That was pretty cool. How much have you messed with it? Does it take a lot of work?
I haven't messed with it too much because I haven't been able to mess with any of the kernels, the Linux kernels, because I don't have any other Linux machines to do that with. So it's been a little bit difficult, but I have tried, and there's a lot of interesting things you can do with it.
Yeah, I follow them on Twitter, and they always have like interesting things that people are coming up with to use them for. So
Hmm.
I haven't been ambitious enough to purchase one or have the time to purchase one and mess around with it. But it looks pretty cool. So I'm always interested in looking into it. So if you recommend it, maybe I'll venture down that road.
Welcome, Colleen. Colleen.
How's it going?
Good.
And I'm glad you found everything.
Yeah, it took me a little while, but I'm
It's
here.
all right. Hey, that's part of the process.
Yeah.
So, Colleen, do you have something you're working on with coding here? Do you want to share with us?
Well, I've just been using Code Academy to just like learn some of the basics. I'm just starting out with Python because people said it was really easy, so
Great. We were just talking about Python and some of the things you can do with it. So look over there in the chat, and you'll see you'll kind of catch up on what we mentioned with Python earlier.
Also, if you're interested in, you probably already know this all, but if you have an iPhone, I'm not sure if they have an Android program yet, but Code Academy has a nice app for iPhone. So if you want to really geek out while you're sitting on a bus or something, it's really cool to be coding on your phone. You gotta code on the road.
I would recommend with a Bluetooth keyboard, because I don't know about you, but I think coding is entirely different on a
Yeah, I
full
agree with that.
screen than actually doing it with your fingers on a keyboard. Get
Yeah.
a Bluetooth keyboard for that.
Yeah,
I mean
kinda-
that's if you want to really geek out. Yeah, your Bluetooth keyboard, your cell phone on the bus. I mean, that's
Not coding, doing it on your phone.
It's a matter of time, man. It's a matter of time. If you want us to keep from hearing any background noise that might be happening on your house, like anything, just mute your mic, and then when you want to talk, you can unmute it. Just you never know. People could fall down, and it could be really awkward. If not, that's fine. Keep it running. It's completely up to you. All right, so I know this may not be in anybody's interest or on anybody's radar, and I don't even know if y'all. I know that Ballard has nothing to do with robotics, and I know there are a few schools that do robotics in Jefferson County, but they are hosting the robotics competitions here in Louisville for the next 5 years, which is cool if you want to get people involved with that. There's coding involved, so I thought maybe it'd be something that you might be interested in, but I did post it there. If you're interested in that sort of thing, I just don't know. I've never done robotics. I don't know much about it. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's pretty intuitive in regards to what you have to do, but there's definitely people we can network with in the district to get you involved with some people that can help you with that if you're interested. But I definitely want to share that with y'all and see if see if anyone is interested. So.
Well, we had we had a robotics club actually just start at Atherton, which is kind of annoying because yes, it is very, very. I think it's very similar to coding. I mean, I helped teach a summer program to high schoolers, and a couple of years ago, and we did Alice, so coding in there, and then we did Lego Mindstorms, and I'm planning on doing it in our math classes after the EOCs at the end of this year, because JCPS does have a person and a set of Lego Mindstorms, and you can call them and they can come and do a few days with them. So we're definitely going to be doing that in my classroom. And yeah, I think the robot stuff is it's a great application of coding. It's very much although the Lego Mindstorms, the interface is really simple. I mean, it's very just click, drag, connect. It's not even having to actually code out typing wise. So yeah, even if you're just a little bit interested, I don't know which schools in JCPS really do it though. Maybe it's a predominantly middle school thing. I know if Atherton and Ballard don't really do much with it, then who does? I mean, we represent a good quantity of the very involved schools in this district.
Well, I know Mazik has something really good. They got a good robotics
Okay.
program apparently. That is the only one I've heard of, and that's just through Twitter. So there may be other
Okay.
ones out there, but I'm hoping, maybe it gets people networked and figure that out. But I have not, I've not heard of any other ones. So there you go.
Yeah, I did robotics club in at Highland Middle School, and they had I think they had 4-H by the sets for them. So
Truman, did you all do state edition then?
we did go. I don't know exactly who organized the competitions, but we did compete.
Well, while y'all are working on other things there, maybe I don't know where everybody is in terms of years here. I have like the document where we can pull up like grade levels, but many of y'all are probably starting to think about college and what you think about doing. Anybody kind of looking into programming or web design or app development, anything like that, or looking for particular schools that might offer that sort of thing, or any applications of what you're doing in here, anything like that?
Not on my level.
You mean it's not to your level, or you want to go?
No, I guess it's not something I'm just kind of doing it to see if I could understand it, try and make something out of it a little bit, but nothing like major.
Cool.
For like,
Nice.
okay, there we go. Nothing for like careers.
Okay, cool.
Okay. I see you guys in the chat here. Well, just remember that whatever you do go into, there's usually a coding application. I mean, education, a lot of coding education jobs actually right now. There's a huge need for it in California. The medical, if you go to medical, there's a lot of coding going there. If you go into anything with science or math, you're gonna have to know how to code. And then, or engineering. Sorry, that's what I'm engineering. A lot of coding there. So just remember, it's definitely a good skill to have on the side because you might find your niche when you kind of combine those two interests.
And plus, you can get a lot of side jobs at the universities where you're going in relation to technology help. I mean, you can make a lot of money just working for the university. You can be a student and make additional funds just by being involved in their IT department, just being able to troubleshoot. And that's one of the big parts about coding. I mean, you're just learning to solve problems using different variables. So if you do that, and then you just mentioned that you were involved with the coding club, you probably get in because most people, there aren't a lot of people who are doing that nowadays, and it's kind of growing. But hey, pal. Anyway, so there you go. So another question on there, maybe just for discussion here. Interested in bringing out some local companies. Anybody maybe interested in talking to some people? We've talked to some local businesses, but maybe someone in particular that you might be interested in talking to or trying to network with that we can get you involved with, something we can do on the side to try and help you get connected with some people at all?
Colleen, what you said you do music? What do you play, or do you sing or something?
I play piano and oboe, so
Oh,
I'm a
oboe.
band geek.
Well, I was a double math and music major. I played trumpet in college, so it's it's very easy to keep doing both in college. Just to encourage you. Oboe though, that's the oboe's a rough instrument.
Yeah.
But if you can do it well, then you will have no problem getting a scholarship, because it's hard to find a really great oboe player.
Or shall I sing for me?
So Josh, where's Mr. Mr. Bressman? What's he doing? Well, those of you who are here, I'll go ahead and tell you, these are just two schools, Atherton and Ballard, and our plan, we have another teacher at Doss High School who's interested in joining, and we can get 3 schools coding together on a regular basis, and that would be fantastic. So we can even, and it's nice because, I mean, the more we get more resources and get better at it, we can connect people to other students who are doing the same thing. So even just at Atherton, we have a lot of people who started a few months ago and people who just started. And the ones who started a while ago can start helping those other people. Like Gina has been doing this long enough that she can help the people who started more recently with the languages that she's been working on. So you guys can very quickly become mentors to other students who are doing the same languages that you guys are working on. And do remember that it is pretty specific to language that you guys are doing, because I can't help you at all on Python. I can do a little HTML and what's the other? C. I did some basic C, so I can help a little bit, just a little bit.
And in those regards, if you have people or other friends that are in other schools, feel free to try and get them to promote other people there to start something, because the more you network with people, the more you collaborate with people, the more you're gonna have access to things that you would have never had access to before. And you never know how that one connection might just push you in that next job or that next career or that next school, and they might know somebody at an educational institution who just is looking for what you're doing. So feel free to kind of push things outward and try and connect with other people. I'm sorry, y'all can't even see my eyes. My glasses have a horrible glare, and that's horrible. But there you go, it's a little better. So try and connect with people. we've got some people from Camera who are kind of starting out. She just messaged me and asked if she could come in, but I'm not seeing her yet. But she's we can get middle schools involved. We have tons of colleges around here. Talk to them, see if you can get people to, kind of listen to what you have to say. So because the more you communicate, the better it's going to be for you in the long run. So share out what you're doing. Use Twitter. Use other social media outlets to talk about what you're doing, because people don't know unless you tell them. So share out. If you got a cool project you're working on, share it out on Twitter. Ask people for advice. Hashtag coding. If you're struggling with anything, talk to people. Of course, talk to us, but we can only help you so much. Of course.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so we got like 6 minutes, 5 minutes. Maybe you could share out about what you did during the snowy weather yesterday, today, both days. If you just slept both days, all day. Or if you did any coding, that would be even better. I know some people said they did. So turn on your mic, talk about what you did.
I have shoveled snow, and that's about it. Very, very difficult work, considering it's not snowed this much for, what, it was 2007, I guess, the last time it snowed this much, or something like that. But that's practically all I did yesterday, and I haven't done much else today.
I went sledding yesterday behind our neighborhood pool, and I attempted to jump on a trampoline covered in snow. And then I threw snowballs at my friend.
All right, Colleen, Truman, what else do you guys do? Get involved with snow day.
Well, actually, Colleen and Truman are both musicians, so I hope Truman was practicing his French horn and Colleen was practicing her oboe, because there's nothing better to do on a snow day.
I have been. I played most all weekend at a clinic, but I have practiced over these few days.
There you go. That's what's up. Colleen. Netflix and practicing. Good.
Yeah, I started watching Sherlock. I'm not gonna lie. About
That was
2
pretty
days.
fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, but see, the thing is, the
That's a great
shows
series.
fluctuate. It fluctuates with time, right? Because when you turn a thing on, I mean, it could be vested for like 2 hours. You don't really know. You
Oh
gotta
yeah,
look at that
it'll
time
suck you in.
It's kind of like, oh man, I was planning on sitting here this entire time, and then it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, ah, man, let's solve the
Yeah.
crime. I gotta go to sleep. Go to sleep. Same with the monologues. Move on. But anyway, it's good though.
Josh, you're talking about the one with Benedict Cumberbatch, right? Yeah. It's
Oh, yeah.
to answer Gina's question there, it's I love how they really redefined it and reframed it for the more advanced technology. It was a great job. So many people have done so many versions of it, but I think they finally did it right. Also, I love Martin Freeman. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
He was good, man. He's really good. I thought they cast it really well. Benedict Cumberbatch or whatever. I'm gonna say it right.
Yeah.
That was good. That was good. Well, we got like 2 minutes. Any closing? I don't know. Closing. Oh no! Somebody delete everything. What just happened?
What?
Somebody deleted everything in the Google Doc.
Oh gosh.
Oh no!
Good save.
Oh, there we go.
That's for me.
I may have accidentally clicked the wrong button.
That's all right. That's all right. It happens all the time. That's why they have that revision history button.
Yes, they do.
Probably saved my life more times than I can count. I'm glad I found it. It's good. It's kind of horrible, but yeah, great. Y'all did wonderfully. Good answers. Really, really good. Lauren Kale is on there. She's not in the chat right now, but she's in the she is involved in the Google Doc there. So if y'all want to respond to some of her stuff, because she's from Camer Middle School, so she I'm sure would appreciate your comments.
I think you mean it's pronounced Camerer.
Camerer, like you're trying to start it up like a lawnmower.
Yeah, that's
yeah, but she's from over there, so give her some feedback. Definitely let her know. She's the daughter of one of our science teachers over there, and she's trying to get involved with coding too. So it would be great to kind of give her some feedback on what she's doing as well. So, talk, chat, work together, do stuff. So, anyway, we got like 1 minute, so I guess that's pretty much it. Thanks, guys, for coming out and on the chat. My wife brought me some coffee right now, so.
well.
And
for everyone, if we do have more snow days this week, feel free to get out there on Twitter and tag us. And if you want to do another little hangout for coding, go for it. This is very easy and free to do, and it's a great way to connect. And it's a great way to spend your snow days if we have more of them, which we may. I don't know.
Oh, great! Yes, all the Twitter handles should be on the Connect page on the doc. Could you? Here, I can probably share it real quick. Like Connect.
I can get it.
Okay, if you could just put that in the comments there. Everyone should have their Twitter handle on the Connect doc, so that way y'all can communicate that way. Also, there's a really fun activity over the break if you want to learn how to make paper cranes. I had so much fun learning how to do this just by going and finding a link online. But anyway, so much fun. Moving on. So, yeah, there's a Google Doc. So just check it out on the link there, and feel free to ask questions. Use hashtags. Put like hashtag coding or anything like that. Get involved with the community. There's a big coding community on Twitter. People who want to just help out and show people. I know NetTango would love to communicate with you guys. That company is really all about helping people learn how to code. So feel free to communicate with them. It's at NetTango, and I'll even put it in the chat here. And just feel free to. It's bad. It's someone with my glasses on because I look like an old man trying to see my screen. But yeah, check them out. Go talk to them. Follow them. Tell them you're interested in coding, and yeah. But thanks, guys. It was awesome talking to all y'all, and I had a lot of fun. Y'all, like in the South. So.
Yeah, thanks for coming out. Y'all have a good day. Have a good afternoon. Be safe on the roads.
Yep. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow. Maybe.
Just possibly.